All right, I think we're streaming as I'm like staring into the abyss, waiting for this to stream live. Here we go. All right, we are on day 29. My goodness, I believe this is day 29 of Elsie Lincoln Benedict's book, How to Get Anything You Want. I can't wait to look over that live stream if it was recording. It's me staring into the screen. All right, How to Get Anything You Want by Elsie Lincoln Benedict. We are continuing the rules she is going over on lesson number 2, how to remake your mood. Your moods, your predominant moods create your life. So, what is your mood? All right, we left off yesterday with give that order right now to your whole self, and henceforth keep plenty of helpful reminders around you. That's what she was saying. Surround yourself with suggestions, auto suggestions, suggestions from yourself to yourself. We were talking about how we can put post-it notes or write on our mirror or do mirror work. What is surrounding us is what we're suggesting to ourselves all the time. So the printed or spoken word is by no means the only way in which suggestions get into the subconscious mind. In fact, everything that we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch is suggesting to us. Everything we say, everything we think, it suggests something to us. If not short-circuited, the suggestion goes down into the subconscious in its original form. So if we don't control it or shift it before it gets into our subconscious mind, get emotionally involved, it's going to go down there in its original form. And if it's negative or something that triggers us, we're going to feel it. Whether any class of suggestions get sidetracked and kept out of the subconscious or whether they go straight into it depends on the standing orders you have given to your habit mind. So it's about boundaries, internal boundaries, having firm boundaries, remaining vigilant to the heart of hearts, your subconscious mind. All good suggestions have the right of way. So if it's good suggestions, you can come right in, come on right in. It's like TSA, it's like security. Are you going to come in or not? Right? We got to check passports. What are your credentials? For every single thought, every single thing that surrounds us, you shall not pass. You are not allowed into this precious vessel, right? All good suggestions have the right of way, the main track, as it were, and take precedence over all others as soon as you give orders to that effect. Give that order right now to your whole self, and henceforth keep plenty of helpful reminders around you. I do that. Thank you very much. In addition to these rules, have inspiring slogans, poems, and mottos in plain sight. We touched on that yesterday. They are of inestimable value. Choose those which appeal to you personally, whether or not you like them. Okay. We went into this about different. Yes. So make sure that you like them. Don't just do them because they're popular, and that other people like them. You have to make sure that you like it. If it's like a quote, like a famous quote, for example, hold on. I love Dr. Martin Luther King's quote, darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. And it's right there. I also have Gandhi, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others, or be the change you want to see in the world. Surrounding myself with those things, I like them. They like, I don't know, they feel personal to me. And so there might be other quotes that are really popular and famous and other people have them. Don't do it just because they do. Have it mean something personal to you. Really choose what you like. Even if other people are like, that's a weird quote or whatever, it's not popular. Follow your own gut. Make it yours. Choose the ones which appeal to you personally, whether or not anybody else likes them. Do not try to see any that do not appeal to you, no matter how popular they may be or how much they mean to someone else. In these matters, every soul lives alone. It knows its own needs and must make its own selections. Besides these, be sure to have in full view in your office, your bedroom, or your workroom, anything else that uplifts you. What these are will depend entirely upon yourself and on your experience. Thousands of busy men keep sweet and strong through all the struggles and vicissitudes of business by having the picture of their wives and babies on their desks or over their work benches. A look at her wedding ring has turned many a wife from temptation. All right. She may have been nursing the idea that her husband no longer cares for her, but that plain gold band speaks to her of the beauty and love it once symbolized. Of times have changed. The subconscious mind deals almost entirely in symbols. Ooh, y'all. The subconscious mind deals almost entirely in symbols or pictures. Hence, the power of the simple external reminders. Images. We think in images, and images mixed with emotion, boom, that's your imagination. That literally is what directs your life. Your imagination, what you imagine, what you picture in the screen of your mind mixed with emotion, it literally creates the scene. Like you are the director, you're the writer and the actor of your life. Like you are putting the scenes together in here first and then out here. So we talked about this. I had a coaching session with my group tonight, and we were talking about uncontrolled imagination. That was also in the self-discipline camp, the Australian self-discipline camp that I taught earlier. We were talking of Earl Nightingale from The Strangest Secret, right? Based on Napoleon Hill's book about, you become what you think about. Is your imagination controlled? Yeah, this was such a day of imagination and talking about it. So in the self-discipline camp at the Napoleon Hill Institute, if you're not a part of that, please, it's an amazing. All the information's below, by the way, if you want to dive into a personal development program. But in the self-discipline camp, we were talking about controlling your imagination because you become what you think about, and what you imagine becomes reality, right? If you dwell there. And we read from Don Green's book, 90 Days to a Positive Mental Attitude, about controlled thoughts, controlling your thoughts, right? Managing them, regulating them, really. What are you focused on? That's where you're headed. And then tonight in the group, in the coaching group, we were talking about the six ghosts of fear from the book Think and Grow Rich, and how ghosts of fear are a result of uncontrolled imagination, just allowing our mind to take over and take us for, like, drag us down into the depths of the basement darkness and worry and paralyze us. So, what images are you holding? The subconscious mind deals almost entirely in symbols or pictures, hence the power of these simple external reminders around us. If you are inclined to depreciate yourself, criticize, or condemn yourself, so if you have that inner critic voice all the time, here is the best suggestion of all. Keep plainly in view in your own private room, or where you will run across them frequently, mementos, favors, badges, trophies, or other reminders of your victories. Whenever you are feeling down in the mouth, run over the list and see how much better you are half an hour afterward. I love that. That was finishing rule number 8. That was a long one. Rule number 9. Avoid just as many inharmonious ideas, events, and people as you can. Avoid just as many inharmonious ideas, events, and people as you can. Have boundaries with your time. You can love people with boundaries. You do not have to associate with them, go to lunch with them, talk to them, chitty chat, go to coffee, answer their texts, like boundaries. And you don't have to explain it to anybody. Your subconscious, once your conscious mind has given the order, will translate even the most unhappy experience into a helpful influence. But that is no reason for abusing it or giving it unnecessary work to do. Be good enough to save it for the main issues. Yeah. I remember in Matthew McConaughey's book, Green Lights, highly recommend it, especially the audio version because his voice is like butter. He was talking about the downhill. He goes, when you're going downhill, baby, you just go downhill. He goes, enjoy those downhill moments because the uphill's coming. He goes, don't try to look for uphills. They're going to come. Enjoy the downhill. Enjoy the positivity. So try to surround yourself with those things. Don't worry. The uphill's going to come. The negative people and circumstances are going to come, and you're going to be able to deal with it, but don't go looking for it. Make it as easy as possible for yourself. So the subconscious mind, it will translate unhappy things, right, and to positive things when you do this work. However, don't give it unnecessary work to do. It goes without saying that you will be piling rocks into your own roadway if you persist in cultivating the things, people, or conditions that hurt or humiliate you. Your subconscious can crush them into sand for the roadbed. It is true, but if you want to make the utmost speed, don't give it needless tasks to perform, nor load yourself down with excess baggage. Yeah, it's like you're gonna get up the mountain, you're really strong, but like don't be loading your back with like rocks. Why make it more difficult for yourself? Like there's no point. You're just gonna suffer. It's gonna be painful. You can learn, and this is it, you can learn through joy or learn through pain. You can go on the journey angry, resentful, or you can go through the journey grateful and happy. Your subconscious, once your conscious mind has given the order, will translate even the most unhappy experiences. It goes without saying. You will be piling rocks into your own roadway if you persist in cultivating and hanging around people or experiencing conditions that hurt or humiliate you. And your subconscious mind can crush them into sand for the roadbed. It's true. Your subconscious mind can do it. You can do it. But if you want to make the utmost speed, don't give it needless tasks. By this, I mean such things as reminders of your past failures. Forget them and let everyone else forget them. So far as possible, stay away from the people you know of them and especially those who speak them. That's like when you, for example, when I used to enjoy alcoholic beverages, there was a certain group of people that I ran with. And naturally, as I changed and I got sober, we really had nothing in common. I'm not going to, I still love them with boundaries, but like I'm not going to hang around them. Like, and even past friends have, they only remember my most unelegant moments and reminded me of them. And like, remember that? Ha, ha. It's like, that's not even funny. But as we talked about yesterday, some people like to remember you in your lower state or your unelegant states because it makes them feel powerful and they don't want to accept the new version of you. That's fine. But we don't have to be around that, you know? Um, yeah, I don't like that behavior of like razzing each other or putting each other down or reminding each other of low moments as like a joke, like funny, funny, haha. Like that is not funny. It's not funny at all. Yeah, I do not tolerate that. All right. So forget about all your failures and forget about the people who know about them. If old friends or members of your family have the habit of referring to them the time things went against you, of keeping green the graves of blasted hopes, gently but firmly tell them it's not the past, but the present and the future that will count with you. Ooh, that's what I just said. So if you have old friends or family members that keep green the graves of all your failures, they continue to water and be like, remember this, we're not going to forget this one. We're going to keep this fresh always. It's like, honey, let that die. Bye. Why is it alive in your mind? Does it make you feel better? Like, I'm over it and I'm moving on, right? And even if there is little sprouts that come up, it's like, there's a new level of us forgiving ourselves. And so if other people can't do that in your life, they might not be for you. So forget them and let everyone else forget them. So far as possible, stay away from the people who know of them. If old friends or members of your family have the habit of referring to them up to the times things went against you, of keeping green the graves of blasted hopes, gently but firmly tell them it's not the past, but the present and the future that count with you. Rule number 10, avoid so far as possible all pessimistic, cynical individuals. Recognize their condition as pathological. In each case, give each one your understanding and not your censure. But don't permit them to agitate you. It is not possible in this workaday world always to avoid unpleasing people. But whether we run into them, we can remember what Marcus Aurelius commented. He said, begin the morning by saying to yourself, I shall meet with the busybody, the ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, envious, unsocial. All these things happen to them by reason of their ignorance of what is good and evil. Okay, let's read a couple more. Rule 11. Stay away from political wrangles, all mobs, all quarrels, and all againster meetings. Ooh, this is so good. Stay away from political wrangles, all mobs, all quarrels, and all againster meetings. That's like what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, nonviolence, peace, a peace protest. I think Mother Teresa too. Like, I'm not going to go to an anti-war rally. I'll go to a pro-peace rally. But I get it. A lot of people channel their anger and it makes them feel, and sometimes that's right to protest. However, it's unsustainable to stay angry. It's like, what's the solution, right? Anger, it'll kill you. right? And usually people who are angry at an injustice, the other party that is doing the injustice does not care. And that's the worst part, makes you more angry. But it's about finding a way to get support and continue the fight, right? Continue to make progress and stand up for yourself, protect yourself, right? Get your rights, but stay away from these wrangles, these mobs, quarrels, fighting, especially in the political world today. It's like you have to, um, you know, I always say this, I would love to think that people have healthy conversations about politics, but they don't. They don't. They don't. And people say, "Oh, you're afraid to talk about politics." I was like, I am not afraid to talk about politics. I do not want to engage in any beliefs because people have certain beliefs and that's their prerogative. But what I find is people push their beliefs on other people filled with emotion and they're closed-minded. Very rare is the person that can truly hold both sides and understand with an open, empathetic, and compassionate heart. That ain't what's happening in this world right now. Sorry, it's just not. Maybe back in the day when people were more well read, but we live in a world of social media and it's an echo chamber, and people believe a lot of things they see on either side, and they don't think for themselves. People do not think for themselves. So when you get true thinkers, free thinkers having a really juicy conversation, I'll join that. But that's not what's happening right now. And so that's what she's saying too. Don't get into these mobs and quarrels and these people. They dress it up like it's some sort of debate, but it's not. It's not. It's really not. These serve little purpose, these quarrels and mobs, than that of stirring up the primitive and most pugnacious instincts within us. Yeah, it's like, do you see the vitriol and the anger? And it can get physical sometimes. It's like, even like when people are at like sports games that they get so into it and they like there's like shootings in the parking lot. Like how wild is that? It's like animalistic. It's terrible. Wow. So it brings out the most nasty part of us. One such experience can put you far behind in your progress. If you want to help the world, remember all the good that has come into it, has come in spite of fighting, not because of it. And this applies to individuals as well as nations. Mm, so timeless. Rule number 12, mingle with optimistic, hopeful, inspiring people as much as possible. Seek them out. Yes, I do. Thank you so much. Rule number 13, make it a point to attend meetings, lectures, conventions, concerts, churches, etc., where the message of hope prevails. I do. All inspiring At all inspiring gatherings, you are bound to hear many things that will help you, things you can apply to your own problems that will be available to your own needs, for your own needs. The rest you can let alone. Even a goose knows enough to take the corn and leave the cob. That's funny. All right, we'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Wow. Video number 28. We are rocking and rolling. I cannot believe it is January 22nd already. Wow. And I've been on every day and I committed to every day for 365 days, y'all. I'm so excited. I am almost at, I believe, 3,000 watch hours here on YouTube, and I'll be able to have like memberships. So I want to start like book clubs. If you guys are interested, I'll have like exclusive content that you could become a member. It's going to be so fun. And I do have a lot of the courses and trainings and workshops that I did last year are going to be available, all very affordable, but I'm going to start offering those like digital courses and videos so you guys can watch, and it's going to be exclusive content that is not here on YouTube. And I'm excited, and I might do like you know what I might do? So this book is 7 lessons. If you like this book, I'm going to do a course, a 7-week course on this book. Elsie Lincoln Benedict's How to Get Anything You Want. It'll probably be an 8-week course, but we're going to go over the 7 lessons in this book. It'll be live, and then if you can't make it live, you can purchase the program and have lifetime access to it. So I'm looking to start that, I think maybe in March, so maybe in another month, because there's a lot on the plate right now. But let me know what you're interested in. And of course, all my information is below if you want to work with me. Of course, I'm a therapist if you didn't know that already. And right now, one of my offerings, if you want to do one-on-one, kind of clear, I call it release to receive. You want to clear anything negative, any limiting negative belief, even if it's trauma-based, right? I definitely work with people on all levels. So no matter what you're struggling with, if you're really ready to heal, I love to use the different modalities. EMDR, eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing. It's a powerful tool. I've used it myself. Of course, I use it with all my clients, and it's really it's like a somatic body-based. Um, it just kind of reprograms your wiring in your brain. It's really powerful. So I offer 4 session packages in my release to receive offer. All the information is below in my YouTube description or in my link tree. You can find all of that out. I also do human design readings. Um, if you haven't, I actually have a video on human design. Maybe I can insert it here. I'll put a link below too. So it is a session all about you in your human design. It's a self-discovery tool. Super cool based on the time you were born, the location. Look it up though. There's a lot of free information online about human design. Working one-on-one with me for that. And it tells you all about you. It's like a love letter to yourself. It's super cool. I actually use it in my therapy practice. It was really powerful. What else? And then we have our coaching. I'm a coach of the Napoleon Hill Institute. And if you are truly interested in a full immersion personal development program, it's an 8-month program. You get lifetime access to all of the material and then live classes every day. And you get access to my private group every Wednesday, which we just had tonight. And the prices are going up. And I'm not, I just really want to get people in. It's going to go up 35%. So if you want to get in now, I highly recommend looking into it. If you like personal development, any of my teachings, you're going to love it. It's really going to get you on the right track for the new year. So